Hello everyone. Let us go for chapter number 3, which is about the classification of elements and periodicity in properties. So first of all, we will go for classification of elements. Here we will discuss the modern periodic table or the long form of periodic table, which was actually modified by Mendeleev. Mendeleev, when first time gave classification, he arranged the elements in increasing order of their atomic mass. But afterwards he found that atomic number is more fundamental property than atomic mass. And so he reformed or he modified the periodic table, and that periodic table is now known as a modern periodic table or the long form of periodic table, in which the elements are classified in the increasing order of their atomic number. Clear? And based on this modern periodic table, periodic law is given, according to which the physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic nature or are periodic function of their atomic number. When they are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic number, then there is periodicity, there is regularity in chemical and physical properties of the elements. Clear? Okay, so now let us go for this classification. I have not written all the elements and their configuration, but some basic, in order to make you understand, I have just drawn the periodic table and very few elements I have highlighted. Now here you can see in the modern periodic table there are total 18 groups. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 18. So these vertical columns, they are known as groups. Clear? And the horizontal rows, they are known as periods. In Mendeleev classification they were known as series, but in modern periodic table they are called the periods. Clear? Okay. First period I have not drawn because there are two elements, hydrogen and helium, in that. So let us go for the second period. In this there are total 8 elements. These 2 and these 6 elements. So total 8 elements. Similarly in third period also there are 8 elements. Clear? So I can write the number of elements present here is 2. In the first period there are 2. Second and third period 8. Clear? Then fourth period. In this 2 elements are this, then these 10 elements. Clear? So 12 and that's this 16. So a total 18 elements are there in fourth period. Clear? Similarly in fifth period also there are 18 elements. But in sixth period you can see here the atomic number. This element is 57, means here it is 56 and this is 55. So 55, 56, 57. After that directly 72 is written. Clear? But here you can see from 58 to 71 are written separately. Otherwise this period would have become very long. Clear? So here these elements from 58 to 71 are written separately. Then after 71, 72 onwards are written here. Clear? So if you count them, then total there are 32 elements. Means the sixth period is known as the first very long period. Clear? There are 32 elements. In seventh period there are, means here also this is 88 and this is 87. 87, 88, 89. After that 90 to 103 are written separately. Then 104 onwards are here. But still here this period is not complete, and that is why seventh period is known as the incomplete period. Clear? So here in short, modern periodic table or the long form of periodic table has total 18 groups, means vertical columns, and 7 periods. In that the first period has only 2 elements, second and third periods have 8 elements, Then 4th and 5th periods have 18 elements in each. 6th period has 32 and 7th period is incomplete period. Clear? This is the basic information. Now, let us go to the group number. The first group. Here you can see in the first group the elements are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Now if you see the outermost electron configuration, we are not writing the inner configuration. Clear? 1s orbital is there or ns orbital is there, but we are not writing that. So we write only the outer configuration. So in lithium the configuration is 2s1. This is 3s1, 4s1, 5s1, 6s1 and 7s1. Likewise in all groups it will be same. Clear? Means there is increase in the number of orbit. There is increase in the principal quantum number. So there is increase in the number of orbit. So when we go down any group, then more and more orbits are added. More and more shells are added. So in the first element of the first group, there is only one inner shell, that is 1s orbital, and the last electron is in the second shell. Clear? But when we go down, then here it can be explained like this. Suppose this is the nucleus. This is the first orbit, that is 1, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like this. Clear? So number of shells get added when we go down the group, but the number of valence electrons remains same. Valence electron means the outermost electron, the electron which is present in the last orbit. Clear? Valence shell or valence orbital is the outermost orbital, the last orbital in which the electron is present. So here in case of the first group, though there is increase in the number of last orbit, outermost shell, but the number of valence electron remains same. Likewise, if we examine the electron configuration of the second group element, then the number of valence electron in each element is 2. Here I have written these 2 elements. Clear? So there are 2 electrons in the last orbit present. So we can say that the number of group indicates the valence of that element. Clear? So in the first group element, the valence is 1. Means all the elements of the first group, they have only one outermost electron. Valence of the second group element is 2. Means these elements have 2 electrons in the outermost orbital. Clear? Okay. Similarly here, third group. I have written 4s2 3d1, means total 3 electrons, 2 in s orbital and 1 in d orbital. So valence is 3. There are 3 valence electrons, 3 outermost electrons. Clear? If we go here, 13 group. Now here in 13 group, I have written the configuration 2s2 2p1, means 3 electrons. Clear? Here what you have to remember is the last digit of this group is the valence of this group. Clear? So here in 13 the last digit is 3. So there are 3 valence electrons in all the elements of this group. Clear? Then 14, then last digit is 4. So all elements of 14 group, they will have 4 valence electrons. Clear? Okay. Moreover, if the number of valence electrons is less than or equal to 4, then those number of electrons are equal to the valency of that group. Clear? Means here group 1, 2, clear? Then here 13. We skip this because this is considered as the different elements. Clear? So if we focus on this, second group we are talking, second period we are talking about. So in second period these elements are not there. Clear? So in second period, the first element is lithium, second is beryllium. Clear? Now if we go from right to left of the period, left to right of the period, across the period, then you can see here the first group elements have 1 electron. Second group elements have 2 valence electron. 13 group elements have 3 valence electron. And 14 group elements have 4 valence electron. So up till 14 group, excluding these elements, up till 14 groups, the number of valence electron is equal to the valence of that group. But after 14, means if the number of valence electrons is more than 4, clear? See, in carbon, the configuration is 2s2. Here it is 2s2, 2p2. So total 4 electrons. Here it is 2s2, 2p3. Then this is 2s2, 2p4. This is 2s2, 2p5. And this is 2s2, 2p6. Clear? So after carbon, the number of valence electron increases. It is 5, 6, 7, 8. So if number of valence electrons are more than 4, then we have to subtract that number from 8. Clear? So if you subtract this number of electrons, this 5 minus 8 means you will get minus 3. So minus 3 is the common valency of the elements of 15 group. Clear? Then this is 6 electrons. So 6 minus 8. So we get minus 2. Clear? Then 7 minus 8 means minus 1. And here 8 minus 8 means 0. So the 18 group elements, they are also known as 0 group elements because their valency is 0. 0 valency means these elements they will not participate in any chemical reaction. So chemically they are stable, they are inert, and that is why they are called inert gases or noble gases. Clear? Okay. So this is about the group number. So the group number indicates the maximum valence present in that group. But for the group number with 2 digits, in that we have to consider the last digit. Clear? So last digit will be the number of valence electrons. So as elements are classified into 1 to 18 groups, and that is why it is written 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. 13, 14, 15 doesn't mean that they have that many valence electrons. Clear? So in that you have to consider the last digit. That will be the number of valence electrons. Now let us go to the period. In period, I have written the configuration of the second period elements. Here you can see first element is lithium, the configuration is 2s1. Second is beryllium, configuration is 2s2. Then it is 2s2, 2p6, 2s2, 2p2, 2s2, 2p1, 2s2, 2p2, 2s2, 2p3. Likewise, the last number of the last orbit is 2. Clear? So we can say that all the elements belonging to the same period will have the same principal quantum number of the outermost orbit. Means all the elements belonging to the same period will have same number for the valence orbit. So second period means all elements of second period, they will have their last electron present in second orbit. Third period means all elements of the third period will have their last electron present in the third orbit. So number of period indicates the number of outermost orbit, and the number of group indicates the number of maximum valence present in that group. Clear? So this is all about the basic information. Now let us go to this point. Here I have written S block, then P block, then D block, then F block. Why it is so? Though elements are classified into 18 groups and 7 periods, but apart from that, one more classification is based on the type of orbital in which the last electron of the element enters. Now if you see the first group, all elements have their last electron present in s orbital. So they are called s block elements. Similarly, elements of second group, they have their last electron present again in s orbital. So they are also known as s block elements. So first and second group elements are called s block elements. Clear? Then 13 to 18 groups, they are called p block elements, because here you can see 2p1, 2p2, 2p3, 2p4, 2p5 and 2p6. There are 3 p orbitals, px, py and pz, and all of them can accommodate 2 electrons in each. So total 6 electrons can be there. So there are 6 elements. Clear? So in all these elements, the last electron enters in p orbital, and that is why they are regarded as p block elements. So all the elements in this portion, they are called p block elements. Here it is 2p, here it will be 3p, then 4p, then 5p, 6p, 7p, like that. Clear? But the electron will be present in p orbital only. Then comes d block. Now this middle part of the periodic table, it is called d block elements, because the configuration of scandium, if you see, the last electron is present in 3d orbital. So it is 3d1, 3d2, 3d3, 3d5, then 3d5, 3d6, 3d7, 3d8, 3d9, 3d10. Clear? So d orbitals are 5 in number, 2 electrons in each, so total 10 electrons, and that is why there are 10 elements which belong to d block, because in these elements the last electron enters d orbital. Clear? Then comes f block elements. These elements, in them there are, we know that f orbitals are 7 in number. Clear? 2 electrons in each, so total 14 electrons can be accommodated in f orbital, and so there are 14 elements. Clear? So here in this series, lanthanide series, the electron enters 4f orbital. So 4f1, 4f2, 4f3, like that it is 4f14. In actinide series, the electron enters 5f orbital. So 5f1 to 5f14. So this two series of elements, they are known as f block elements, because the last electron is present in f orbital. And this series, they are also known as inner transition series. Clear? So inner transition series, in that lanthanide and actinide series are included. Why this is called lanthanide? Because here, see, lanthanide series starts from 58, atomic number 58. 57, this element is lanthanum. After that, this series is there. So the series of 14 elements followed by lanthanum is called lanthanide series. Similarly, series of 14 elements followed by actinium, atomic number 89, actinium, is known as actinide series. All the elements of lanthanide series are known as lanthanoids, and all the elements of actinide series are known as actinoids. Clear? Another important thing, first group elements, they are called alkali metals. These are all metals, and they are alkali metals because their oxides, when dissolved in water, they form strong bases. Means they produce bases. For example, oxide of sodium, when it is dissolved in water, it will give us NaOH, and NaOH is a strong base. Clear? So the oxides of these elements in their aqueous solution gives hydroxides. Clear? Means bases. And that's why, or we can say that their oxide, their aqueous solutions of their oxides or hydroxides, they are alkaline in nature. Alkaline means basic. So they are basic in nature, and that is why they are called alkali metals. So though they are all metals, but their oxide and hydroxide solutions, aqueous solutions, are basic or alkaline. Group 2 elements are known as alkaline earth metals. Again, oxides and hydroxides of these elements, their aqueous solutions are alkaline. Clear? But the source of this element is earth crust, and that is why they are known as alkaline earth metals, because these metals are obtained from earth and their aqueous solutions are alkaline. So they are called alkaline earth metals. Then these D block elements, they are called transition elements. Here these are transition. These are transition elements. Why? Because their chemical properties are transitional between S block and P block elements. They are like a bridge between S block and P block elements. Clear? Transition means change. So their property changes from S block to P block, from metal to non-metals. Clear? And that is why they are called transition elements. Clear? Then comes this group, 16 group, oxygen group. They are known as chalcogens. Clear? Elements of oxygen group, they are called chalcogens. Similarly, elements of fluorine group, that is 17 group, they are called halogens. Clear? And the elements of 18 group, they are called inert gases or noble gases. So once again, first group alkali metals, second group alkaline earth metals, D block transition elements, then 16 group chalcogens, 17 group halogens, 18 group inert gases or noble gases, and F block, in that two series, lanthanide series and actinide series. So elements are called lanthanoids and actinoids respectively. Clear? So this is all about the modern periodic table or the long form of periodic table. Now in the next lecture we will discuss how the properties, some of the properties of these elements are periodic in nature. So that is called periodicity in properties. So which properties of element are periodic in nature? So that we will discuss in our next lecture. So till then, goodbye, have a nice time. Thank you very much.